All right.
You ready?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. I want you guys to open your mind to possibilities, because possibilities are what make people successful, people rich, people anything you want to be. If you keep your mind open and not close your mind to, oh shit, I have to work for this person, oh shit, I have to work for that person, you know, oh shit, I have to wake up early in the morning, fuck, I gotta do something I don't want to do. That's just gonna demolish you as a person, right? So you want to keep your mind open. Now, this is why I want to put emphasis on starting a business, because if you don't start your business and you don't have any aspirations to be who you really want to be in life, you know, that's gonna diminish you, you know, that's gonna make you a dirty rock, you know, that's gonna make you somebody that you don't want to be. And I know for me, I love to do whatever the fuck I'm doing, right? You know, so I do whatever the fuck I do, right? So maybe that includes fucking writing notes, you know, every single day, you know. Maybe that's what it requires, but I don't care, you know, because that's what I like to do. And I know if I keep doing it, that's what's gonna make me into who I want to become, right? Being financial confident, you know, so I want to make sure that I have an interactive fan base, or you know, people that want to come back and actually learn, right? So a part of being that is telling people to want to start a business. Not only that, but sharing how they started a business, because I encourage people helping other people. So I wanted to share the idea of building a system. I know I brought it up last conference, but when you build a system, it allows you to be able to pay yourself and then reinvest, right? So when you pay yourself, it gives you the freedom to do what you want, because you can pay yourself all the money that you make, or you can pay yourself first for a living and then reinvest the rest so you can make more money, right? Or you can, you know, reinvest it all, you know, if you have it that way, to maximize your profits. But before you even start a business, an entrepreneur also has to have a why. Because if you don't have a strong why, you're not going to have a strong business. You know, whatever your why is, it doesn't matter. But if you don't have a strong why, you're not going to have a strong business. How could you? If there's nothing driving you, how are you going to take the steering wheel, right? You know, if you know, sit behind excuses and shit like that, you know, how are you going to actually be able to sit in driver's seat, right? So a part of that is also finding a huge need, right? So something that everybody needs, something that is going to jolt somebody, right? So even when you are trying to like pick out a niche before you start getting traffic or generating leads or anything like that, you want to make sure that you guys have a huge need that you guys are working with. Without a need, there is no supply, there is no demand, there is no money. But if you do have a niche where you are supplying something that somebody might need something, it's going to already be closed for you. The deal's already going to be closed. You know, you don't have to do any work because that person was already looking for that, right? You know, now let's say you're able to reach 10 people through 10 different sites, right? And what you are offering is, you know, a small price of 25 or a special offer of $25. 10 times 25 is 2,500 or 250. Then times that by 10, it's 25,000. Maybe that's per day, per week, per month. But
Sound good next?
yeah,
Alright.
let's get it.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back. All right, so I'm gonna be talking about multiple topics here, but I feel like these topics are gonna really impact a lot of your thoughts and ideas. So the first one is you have to have your own style. Um, having the having themes like Scarface did, like Ty Lopez does, like Mike Tyson does, like the Wolf of Wall Street guy, like John Cena and all the legends. They all had a style. They all had a way of doing things. You know, none of them were the same. None of them were. I mean, they had the same goal is to be successful and make money, right? But none of them had the same steps. They were doing different steps every time. I talked about this the other day. If the goal is the same, but the steps are not working, you change the steps. You don't change the goal. So what these people do, these famous people that are like legends and big celebrity top people, right? They have different steps. Every single one of them, their step is different. Their goal is the same though. So, like for example, Scarface, he had a style of like, with always on suits, and always with a cigar, and having Tommy guns with him, like guns, but he was a businessman, so that was his style. Ty Lopez, he goes out to bars and he shows off his Lamborghinis and he shows off his houses, but his style was different to Scarface. And like Mike Tyson, his style is like tough, very fighter, very, very brutal if he needed to, but his goal was to be the best, right? And then, I'm going to talk about have you seen the movie from Wolf of Wall Street? Yeah. Right? Jordan something. So his style was make money, and then he would spend a lot of the money on drugs. Like that was his style, drugs and then women and all that. Like that's something I don't want to go by. I don't want to do that. The movie to me is like, okay, I like the fact that you're hungry and motivated, but like the things you do, like all these drugs and fuck yourself up. Like you have all this money, you put yourself in that problem at the end of the fucking day. At the end of the movie, he's like, federals are up to him and shit. Like, he could have just took the money and just invested it somewhere else. Like he was being a little stupid by taking all the drugs, but that was his style. He did it that way. So everybody has a style. So I have a style. You have a style. Everybody here has a style. You just gotta find it, right? Know how to do it. Grant Cardone, like his style is, he shoots everything from behind the scenes, and this guy, he's kind of like, he smokes a cigar, and it kind of reminds me of what Scarface does, but Scarface is more of like a different style. Everybody has a style, so that's something we have to create and build. Create your style. So, I think we talked about this the other day, but I'm going to say this again. I'll cut some of this stuff out. You got to hang out with people that are better than you, that are buffer than you so you can get buff, that are smarter than you so you can learn and be even smarter. You got to hang out with people that have more money than you so they can show you how to make more money. You got to hang out with people that are more happier than you so they can show you how to be more happier. You got to hang out with people that are just way above you so that anything you want to do, they will show you. You consistently be getting better. So you don't want to hang out with people that are like below, too low below, because then you won't learn anything. You won't be able to grow. You want to be able to be with people that are like top notch, because then you're going to be growing from them. They're going to show you how to make more money if you're looking to get more money. They're going to show you how to make $1,000 to pay off, right? They're going to show you how to get a Lamborghini. So hang out with people that are just above you. If a person rejects you, it's probably for the better of you. It's not that you're not their type, it's more like they're not your type. It's because they rejected you, right? So, you see, your life was set to succeed. Your success is right on your path. Your success, it's right in front of you. How they say it, like it was right in front of you and you chose to do something else, right? It's just upon what you do and what steps you take and what you want to do when you're following them. You don't, most everybody, like everything was right in front of them. You know, they had the money, they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, their parents were rich, their father was a lawyer, their mom was a doctor, There's people that I've known growing up that they had everything right in front of them. They had every single tool they needed and every support they needed from their parents, and they still chose to take a different direction. They still chose to do something different and not use their resources. And failed. They failed. You see, like I said, your life was set to succeed. Everything was right in front of you. Everything is right in front of you. We just got to realize it and see. Some don't see, and some do see the answers right in front of them. Just like God said, it wasn't, just like people say, hey, maybe God put that person in your path for a reason. You know, like everything is for a reason, God says. Like, just like the people say that, it's probably because when that person or that girl or that partner or that business or this you know, whoever it is, just because they rejected you doesn't mean that it was supposed to be. It just means that they're not your type. It just means that they're not serious as much as you are. It just means that if you would have took your hard energy and work and money and tried to make them a part of it, they're gonna waste a lot of your time. They're gonna waste a lot of your money. They're gonna because they're not ready. So when they reject you, it's not because they're saying no to you. It's because they're saying no to themselves. They're saying, no, I'm not ready. No, I'm going to waste your time. But they just say no. So as we feel it as rejection, I would feel it like it's better for me. I would rather have them say no than to tell me yes into something they don't know what they're doing. Because then I'm going to be wasting my time. So, next bullet. Don't be intimidated. You know, people are weaker than they look. So, you see people in school, or you see these movies where, you know, the big bully is fucking, you know, he's constantly picking on someone, or constantly, you know, like, right? But behind that story, behind that bully, there's something weak about him. You can't be afraid. I'm not talking specifically about bullies. I'm talking about life. You can't be afraid of what life throws at you. They're just little curveballs. It's going to look like it's going to hit you, but it's going to curve. You can't be intimidated by something that looks like it's going to hurt you. You know, you have to have high standards. You have to have high status.
She's like looking, she's like, I want to go in there.
You have to look at it like you are greater, you are better. If you get intimidated by, you know, like say you're working at a 9 to 5, you get intimidated by your boss, then he's going to look at you like weak and he's going to let you go. You have to stand up and do your part so that they can equal the level, right? So I'm gonna close it off with this one. No, I'm gonna close it off with two more. No, yeah, just one. So I'm gonna close it off with this one. It's last bulletin. It says, stay up to date with vitamins, minerals, and water. 90% of people are not up to date on their health. They become aware when they are at twigs and sticks. Meaning, when they are in serious trouble, then they start to worry about their health. When they get news that they have to change their ways, then they get scared and then they worry about their health. Then they start doing new things to make it work. You know, Phil, he doesn't like to drink water, but he's getting more sick because he's not drinking water. So when he went to the doctor told him, you need to drink more water or this is going to happen, or your life will be cut 5 years, or your life will be cut 10 years, or you can die by tomorrow. Something, right? So that shit scared him. So guess what he did? He started drinking more water. Why is it that people need a big scare to start doing it? See, if we were to, and this is a side note, if we were to apply that, scare the people into why they need to buy our stuff.
Yeah, that's what the fear loss factor is.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
all. Like all the templates I have online, it's all fear loss.
This doesn't only have to mean on health. It could mean for other things like love, your job, your hobbies, sports, right? This can mean on anything. Sports, I'm going to give you an example of how you can put this in relationship with sports. The Super Bowl just passed. Guess what the coaches tell the players? If we don't win, we're going to lose, and we're going to lose the Super Bowl, and we're going to let our fucking team down. We're going to let our fans down. We're going to let our country down. We're going to let, our families down. So what they do, they play fucking hard. They go and they fucking win. Right? They go and try their best. Or they lose. To become better, you have to constantly do it every day. Whatever it is that makes you better, you have to do it every single day. You want to get smarter in social media, right? You want to learn how to do a certain thing. You want to learn how to read faster, read a book. You have to go to a library and you have to pick out a book. And you have to time yourself, right? You have to read the book as fastest but most fluent as you can, so where you can understand. And you have to do it every day. Every day. Once you pass that, you put the minute down. You have to beat that time, and you have to beat that time. So that's where that part comes in, where you have to challenge yourself. You have to set goals for yourself. So setting goals, most people don't understand. You can say set a goal, but when you go really into depth, you need to know you need to know what goal means before you start setting a goal. Goal means beating the goal every single day. Setting a goal every single day. Accomplishing the goal every single day. That's the meaning of goals, right? Other people might see it differently, but that's the true meaning of goal. Accomplishing something every single day. Setting a goal. That requires a lot of hard work. It requires a lot of energy. If you want to always challenge yourself in beating your goal, becoming better at the next conference meeting for Nova, right? If you didn't really speak that much, but if you want to be able to last longer and come up here and speak more fluent, like, you have to constantly be better every day. You have to learn. If it's not, you see, football players, they don't practice the day of the game. They practice every single day they're not playing the game, right? So if we're not practicing our way of making it lengthy, of what we want to talk about, our sections, because you have a lot of paper there. I thought you were going to talk more. But if we don't practice before the conferences, then we're going to cut everything short. We're not going to be as we're not going to have our performance as we should. Believe it or not, I spend about every single moment I can every day recording myself, talking to myself. Right?
Yeah.
I'm in the office over here where all my printing stuff is at, and I have all this recording stuff. Joshua Geyer and I, we did a podcast yesterday. You know, it was about 12 minutes long.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all of our content is supposed to, like, it could be any duration because it's all the same information.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So if you work on your community, sorry, I'm gonna cut that. If you work on your public speaking twice a week, only at the conferences,
No, that's not.
then you will grow slow. But if you worked every single day, you put your camera, you talk about a topic exactly like that. If you work every single day, then you're gonna grow faster.
Mm.
So that brings it back to what I said. We have to do it in order to change, in order to become greater. We have to do it every single day, consistently.
Has to be.
Right. So, what time is it now?
I think it's like 3.
2:55. It's about to be 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it with one of. I'm gonna give you an idea, okay? I have. These are my notes. Literally, you can see I have notes from the beginning of the year to now.
Same. I have notes from like December on my phone.
Yeah. So all my stuff is straight out of my head, just notes, you know. So I already talked about dreams versus action. Oh, I fell.
Yeah, the lady.